ass. He had riches out the ass. He had women. He had, for goodness sake, when the Pharaoh would be put to rest, all right, they would put the rest in a pyramid, man. You know, Esau, being a little devil that he is, they were digging up ancient pharaohs, and they said that the spinal cord of I think it was Moses, it was so straight. It was so weird to see a spinal cord straight like that, because normally by nature it bends a little bit, because you got to bend over, you do work, but it goes to show you that Pharaoh didn't bend over for nobody. He wasn't doing no work. He wasn't tying his shoes. He wasn't putting on. He wasn't lifting up bricks, and he wasn't doing no work. He sat straight up on the throne, and he got carried everywhere he went. But it was the Heavenly Father that was uplifting Pharaoh so high, so that when he dropped him down, his name, the name Yahweh, got magnified throughout the earth, because it was such a great thing. It was such a great thing. Buster Douglas, he'll forever be famous in this world, because he did what? He knocked out Tyson in his prime. In his prime. So that's what the Heavenly Father is doing to Esau Edom. He magnified him so great, even above Pharaoh. And it proves that he did it above Pharaoh, because in Jeremiah the 16th chapter, it says it's going to be a time that the world is going to no longer remember what happened in Pharaoh, because of the second deliverance. You know, 16 and 14. Give me that real quick.
Jeremiah, verse 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth.
Now imagine that. The scriptures say, the Lord said, the days is going to come where it's going to be no more said. And he did this. It says in Romans that he did it specifically just to magnify himself. So how much more is it going to be, the Lord going to be magnified when he not just destroys Babylon, but he delivers up his children out of here, man. Well, because even in the time of when we was in Egypt, we weren't despised like we're despised amongst the world. You know, the whole world. You got Jake being made fun of in Japan, man. And it's about 11 Jakes in Japan in total, man. And they despise us out there, man. We're despised throughout the world because of that witchcraft that Esau Edom has put out, man. So it's going to be even more the Lord's going to be even more magnified by his actions.
Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Go ahead.
But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
So it's going to be that much more overshadowed, this deliverance here in America, man. And the miracle, and it's written about, Ezekiel the 37th chapter, of that life coming into us. This is something that, this is of biblical proportions, man. We lost our heritage. We lost our nationality. We lost everything about us, and it's a beautiful time that we live in, that we're getting it back. And this brotherhood that we got, the Lord through the Spirit, is mercy, that it is, you can see how 144,000 men, and I say humbly, that's underneath the vibration of the truth, can rule the earth, can rule the world, man. And this is when we come out here, we long for a number that the Lord longs for, which is 144,000, 12,000 out of each tribe, because it's going to begin with knowledge and wisdom. All these different kingdoms and these nations, they were all established just like how we're doing it right now. Every revolution or every turning changing of the guard, it started off with a conversation. All right, and that conversation was a vibration that was put forth. You look up that word silence, what it means. It means a vibration. All right, and this vibration is one of change, but you got to have faith and believe in these things, man. That's why the Heavenly Father can't deal with you if you don't have faith, because you can't believe. The majority of our people, they can't believe. You have a conversation amongst your brothers or amongst them, and they look at you like you're crazy, because they can't fathom this miracle that the Lord is performing. They can't fathom us being in rulership and us being in authority. Right, they need something to see. Right? And this is something that you, faith is what? Believing on something that can't be seen. Right? They can't see the people on this sign in some type of authority, you know, authorization. But what was you reading?
Jeremiah 16.
Yeah, go back to Jeremiah 16 real quick.
That's one verse 15.
hold on. Sorry, brother, you got it.
Jeremiah 16 verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord.
And the days come, that's future prophecy. This is the days that were coming. Hey, and that's just pushing forth this vibration. It proves that prophecy is being fulfilled. Go ahead, bro.
That it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whether he had driven them.
Right, so now you as a man, you got to figure out who the children of Israel are. what nation of people lost their heritage and were driven forth throughout all these lands to serve captivity. Because anybody that read, you can't tell me you read the scriptures or you're a student of the scriptures. One conclusion that you can come to is Israel's always fucking up, man. Israel's always in some type of captivity, right? And on the flip side of Israel always being in some type of captivity, whoever was the superpower at that time had the land of, not just the land of Israel, but had the people in subjection. You become a superpower, you become great by taking over these people and taking over their land. You go back to the Babylonians, what made them so special? Right? What made the Babylonians special? What made them special was they had, the Heavenly Father's Jews. They had the Heavenly Father's precious gems and the children of Israel in their subjection. And they were allowed to take over the land of Israel. And then at that time, the Babylonians was up, the Persians was on the rise, right? And then who did we go into captivity to? The Persians, man. And then what did the Persians do? They took over the land of Israel. And then you had the Grecians that came into power, right? What did they do? They defiled the temple and they took us into captivity. We were paying tribute to the Grecians. And then at that same time, when the Grecians were in power, you were hearing rumors of the Romans, man. And then what did the Romans do? When the Lord was on the scene, we were paying taxes and tributes to the Romans, all right? And then you had the British Empire that came into play. With the Balfour Declaration was that 1948. Right, and now this was a paper that transferred the land of Egypt, of Israel, to who? The international bankers, which are who? The Rothschilds, man, which are the kings of this world to be. All right, and then that empire, prior to that, the British Empire was colossal. It was the hugest thing. It was the hugest thing going, man. Now, so I can real quick, I'll get this last point out. Now, in the latter times, America is in authority, is in power, and America has that pact with the nation of Israel. These Israelis to protect the land of Israel, and they have the children of Israel in power. So to become a superpower, it just simply means that you possess the children of Israel and you possess that land. Go ahead, bro.
You possess the Prince of Power. Also, that was Esau's goal. That was a milestone that he accomplished going back in the book of Psalms 83. So it says, let's cut them off from being a nation of Israel, man. But they knew what they had to do, because when they read these precepts, they know the history of what happened to the nation of Israel when we was in captivity, when we was under the oppressor. They knew that we would have called upon our power and he would deliver us.
Right.
So he's like, you know what? Now we're going to try to have it forever, man. Let's cut them off from being a nation of Israel. We're going to be in power.
Right. Let's put an end to this, and let's all agree to knock them off because they're the top player. Right. And that makes perfect sense. If you go to a playground, right, and there's a bully that's just fucking up everybody,
right,
it only makes sense that, hey, let's get together and whip his ass, Give me that, Go ahead, brother, you got it.
Psalms 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
Yeah, the enemies make a tumult. They make an agreement. Go ahead.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Now, when you read the book of Maccabees, what was going on? They was hell bent on doing what? Destroying the nation of Israel. These guys risked their lives. They hazarded their lives just to destroy the nation of Israel. They went bent. You had kings that paid out salaries for a whole year. Imagine that. Imagine that we're going to give you a salary for a whole year just to destroy these Israelites, we're gonna go invade a whole other country just so that we could destroy. We're gonna risk our lives just so that we could destroy these people. And they still have the same sentiment today, regardless if it. Elder Marx talks about it a lot. Regardless if there's casualties in the war, we're gonna put drugs in their neighborhood. You know, regardless if our people get caught up in it, who cares? And Esau tells you that for every one person they kill across, every one enemy they kill across seas, 5 innocent bystanders die. You don't give a shit. You don't care. As long as you can take our people out, if a few of their people fall in that trap, then oh well, oh be it. And that just goes to show you that hatred that they have for us. Right, brother.